Hi everyone, welcome to Crafting with Lee. Today we're going to make this St. Patrick's Day wreath. These are the supplies I used. I already had half a roll of the 21-inch metallic mesh, so I only needed the half a roll. I'm going to add the pipe cleaners to my wireframe. On the inside 2 rings, I'm going to add a pipe cleaner at every crossbar, twisting 3 times. On the outside, I'm going to pick a crossbar to start at, twist it 3 times, and then I'm going to lay it down along the curve, and where it ends is where I'm going to start the next pipe cleaner. And I'm going to continue this all the way around. You can usually fit 7 on the inside, 8 on the outside for a total of 15. Make sure you're twisting pretty tight so they don't slide when you add the mesh. Okay, I'm going to open all the outside pipe cleaners, and now I'm going to add my Deco mesh. I have a really rough edge on this, but I'm going to clean it up after I connect it to the wireframe. Just going to bunch it all together. I'm going to start from both ends and come and meet in the middle so it's evenly distributed across, so I don't have it all hanging on the right side or the left side. You want to pick a pipe cleaner section that's close to a crossbar but not on the right side of it. You want it on the left so that when you end your mesh, it lines up with where you started. I like to use zip ties to attach my mesh. Now I'm going to start making my poofs. I want to make 12-inch poofs, but my mesh keeps bunching up, so I'm going to use my, it's like a giant paper towel holder. So I pull to the 12 inches and then I add it to the pipe cleaner, and I only twist once since I want to add more. Make sure you're fluffing each poof after you make it. If I don't, sometimes my mesh tends to get uneven. I'm not sure why, but it just makes everything smoother. And now the mesh ends where we started. Now I'm going to attach it to the center frames, and I'm going to go in front of the pipe cleaner that's closest to it, so it does the same thing. So when I end, it's seamless. It doesn't have a gap at all. Now I'll continue making the poofs on the inside. Open your pipe cleaners, it makes your life a little bit easier. Now to finish, I'm going to attach the mesh to the wireframe with a zip tie again. I found this really shiny 4-inch green mesh ribbon. I'm going to start by adding it to the wireframe with a zip tie. While I'm adding this, I'm doing it loosely, not too tight, so I don't squish the poofs. I still want them to stay nice and fluffy. And I'm opening the pipe cleaner to add the ribbon. Still, I'm only twisting once because I'm still going to add more ribbon. This time, instead of using a zip tie, when I move to the middle, I'm going to open the pipe cleaner that I'm going to end on. So I'm going to add it inside, and then when I go around, that's also where I'm going to end with my ribbon. You can do that instead of using a zip tie. Okay, and now I'm going to secure it to the wireframe again. Alright, these are the 4 ribbons I decided to use. I have 2 2.5 inch and 2 1.5 inch. And to make my life easier, I roll it around my ruler and then I cut both ends, and it gives me perfect 12-inch pieces of ribbon. I'm going to do 8 of one set and 7 of the other set. Before I add them, I want to dovetail the ends of all my ribbon. You just fold it in half. And then I like to start on the wire side and cut towards, away from the wire. And it gives you a perfect V. These ribbons on the right I'm pairing together, and the ones on the left I'm going to pair together. And I'm going to alternate. So I fold it in half to find the center. I pinch it together. Open my pipe cleaner. Twist 3 times. And then I use a glue stick to roll down to make cute little curls. And then you open your ribbon to where they're opposite each other. So it makes a pretty X. You can add more ribbon if you would like. I have a wreath that I made with 4 pieces of ribbon in each section. I'll link it here. Okay, now I'm going to make a huge bow. I want to use all of my ribbons to make this bow. And I'm going to use my bow dabber, and I start by putting a pipe cleaner on the bottom. This is the color I want on the bottom of my bow, so I'm going to put it in first. So you want to twist it just so it secures in there and so you can have the pretty side up. I'm doing 5.5 inch loops. And see, now I'm going to twist it. And then now when I fold it back over, the pretty side will still be up. You don't have to measure it. I just tend to make one side bigger than the other for some reason. And see, I twist again and then fold over. I'm going to do 4 total loops. There's 2 on each side. I'm leaving a good bit on there, and I'm going to trim that off later just so it stays in the Bodabra. I don't want any sliding out. I go back and add my tails later, but you could technically add your tails as you're going through. I had too much ribbon in this bow to use a pipe cleaner, so I'm going to use a zip tie. Be careful when you use a zip tie or yours will break like mine just did. It's a pretty thin zip tie though. When you add your zip tie, if you put the pipe cleaner on the back of the bow, you won't have to worry about fading it through later. I just forgot. I'm trimming the long pieces of ribbon that I have in there, and I'm just fluffing my bow. I'm just deciding if I want the bow at the bottom or the top. Now I'm going to take the ribbon and hold it up to the wreath to see how long I want the tails. And then I just fold it in half, so I double it. And that's how long I'll need the ribbon for the other 3. Now I'm going to dovetail the ends of the tails. And I'm going to use another zip tie to attach the tails to the bow. So I just feed it behind the zip tie I already have there. And this time I remember to add my pipe cleaner. I'm just going to trim the zip ties. Now I can add it to my wreath. Just put the zip ties through the mesh and twist them around each other on the back. I have them around the 2 center bars. And then just tuck it under. I saw these cute hats attached to these glasses at Dollar Tree, and I thought they would look great on the wreath. And then these gold coins. I'm just going to cut these in half and use hot glue to attach them. Be careful when using hot glue, you don't want to burn yourself. If you need to press it down, you can use scissors like I did. That had a little piece of plastic hanging off the side. For the coins, I add an extra daub on top of the pipe cleaner just to secure it. And then you do the same with the bow. You just stick it through the mesh and attach it to the wireframe on the back. This one kind of came apart, so I just hot glued it shut. I have 3 of the hats and 5 of the coins. The coins have clovers on one side and little sayings on the other side. So I did 2 with the saying side up and 3 with the clover up. And I'm just going to finish adjusting my bow, and that's it. This wreath is done. Thank you so much for watching. And if you like my video, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.